Hey there, it's Chris from Good Roads. If you've been watching the channel and seen the trail building videos or following me on Instagram, you've seen me riding one of these beasts. This piece of kit made kind of an unceremonious first appearance on the channel, and I thought it was time you guys were properly introduced. This is a mountain board. But I can hear you asking, what is a mountain board? Well, to start with, it's a board sport. It's a pretty small one right now, but just like other board sports, there's a full competitive scene, complete with different disciplines like boardacross, slopestyle, big air. There's even an occasional pump track race. And just like other board sports, you don't have to be competitive to enjoy it. Even the best riders will enjoy a nice mellow cruise down a grassy hill. The board itself, it can be a little tough to describe. My favorite way of trying to get the point across is to say, it's like if a mountain bike and a snowboard had a baby. But even when I do that, I still end up trying to pull up a picture to show whoever I'm talking to, because it's really, how do you get this across? It's got trucks like a skateboard, hubs and pneumatic wheels like a bike, and bindings like a snowboard. The decks can be wood, like a skateboard deck, but they're also often composite, like a snowboard. The trucks can be beefy, traditional kingpin skate trucks, but oftentimes they're other things. It's a really weird piece of hardware, and I hope at this point you're wondering, how does it ride? Is it like snowboarding? Well, sort of. Your feet are strapped in, but nowhere near as tightly, so you're not bound to the board in the same way. I would say that the flex and pop of the decks are also most comparable to the feeling you get when you pop on a snowboard. So in that way they're similar. But so much of snowboarding is about your edges and the difference between setting them in the snow and letting them drift. Tires just don't behave the same way. Even the slickest set of wheels you could get for a mountain board wouldn't break out anywhere near as easily as a snowboard would. So to me, even though there's a lot of similarities, it's not really like snowboarding. A day mountain boarding feels pretty different from a day on the snow. Well then, is it like skateboarding or longboarding? Sort of. It has trucks and wheels, so turning and stopping is a lot more like a longboard than a snowboard. You gotta work those power slides. But so much of skating, short or longboard, involves moving your stance around. Whether you're setting up your foot position for a trick on a street deck or adjusting your tuck bombing down hills on a longboard, the feeling of riding a skateboard of any length has so much to do with comfort and confidence, moving your feet around the deck to get them into the right position. On a mountain board, you can move your feet around a little bit more freely than on a snowboard, but you're still strapped in. So it feels very different from skating in that way. And because of the bindings, getting into the air is completely different, and so are the tricks that are available. The trick repertoire from mountain boarding is much more similar to snowboarding than it is for skating. So if it's not quite like snowboarding, and if it's not quite like skateboarding, then what is it? Well, it's its own thing. Just like how snowboarding and skateboarding and wakeboarding and surfing all have similarities and all have ways in which they're distinct from each other, so does mountain boarding. And don't mistake me, there are a lot of similarities. The jump from skateboarding to mountain boarding might seem kinda big, but get this, the ability to ride damn near everywhere is amazing. I know you skaters, I am you. We walk down the sidewalks and we see every little ledge and wedge and think, man, I should skate that. Man, somebody could skate that. And if you're a longboarder, I know you're eyeing up those newly paved steep hills and saying, oh God, I can't wait to bomb it or slide it. All of those same spots are available to you on a mountain board, but you can get that same feeling of exploration in the middle of a forest, on a beach, in grassy plains and rolling hills. When you mountain board, the world is your skate park. And for all you snowboarders out there, seriously, why aren't you already mountain boarding? Especially in a year like this, when the resort season got cut short. Pick up mountain boarding and you can still have your bomb runs, your mellow groomers, and your bluebird days on the hills. You can jib, tweak, trick, and get sandy all year round. The jump's a little bit easier than skateboarding, but it does still take some getting used to. If you're looking to pick it up, I would pay specific attention to learning to control your speed, because for my money, that is the biggest difference between the two sports. But it's a very easy transition from one to the other. Seriously, don't spend your summer sitting on the couch, bummed because the season's over. Get out there and get your stoke back. Guys, this is something I'm really passionate about. I love mountain boarding. I've been riding these things since middle school. I used to build jumps and trails in my parents' backyard. I used to compete in the AM division. And even though I've never been a very good rider, I love it so much. And I don't think mountain boarding gets the attention it deserves. I think so many people who enjoy other board sports are missing out so much by letting it pass them by. Because if you like skating or snowboarding or any of the other board sports that we enjoy so much, chances are very, very good that you would have a ton of fun in the dirt. So what do you think? Are you game to try mountain boarding? What kind of questions do you have? What do you want to know about the sport? What do you think makes it hard to get into? Maybe I can address some of that and help lower the barrier to entry. And by the way, I know most of you watching the channel ride. And if I get one comment being like, oh no, mountain boarding, you're crazy. You guys are throwing yourself down hills on all kinds of other boards anyway. I never really understood why that was such a typical response. If you really think it's that crazy, leave a comment below and I will make an entire video proving how not crazy it is. Anyway, going forward, mountain boarding is going to be in the rotation here on the channel. I have so much fun with it and I'm hoping that I can share some of that with you. I'll keep doing the trail building and riding. If you guys are interested, we can get into some of the hardware and of course, I'll do some board builds. So I hope you dig it. I'm excited about getting to share something I'm so passionate about with you guys. Let me know what you think down below. Hit me with your comment stick. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more mountain boarding, skateboarding, snowboarding, and all other board sport DIY type content. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Oh, I broke my log. Okay. All right, right idea. Need more, way more rotation coming out of it though. So close. Dude, second try. Not bad. All right, turn, then nose roll. Got him. I might be better at this thing than I expect myself to be. Still not good, but maybe kind of know what I'm doing.